eu não estou vendo nenhum protesto contra a liberdade de expressão.
They're the secret files from Iran.
Die Internetplattform Wikileaks fasst
Wikileaks have made public the most extensive classified military and diplomatic material ever. What they've released is challenging and provoking governments with skeletons in their cupboards all over the world.
We should condemn the disclosure of any classified information by individuals and organizations.
Will Cablegate change the game or lead to repression? We get face to face with Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, how does it feel to get leaked on?
It's scandalous. This is a case of high treason. It's against the land of the brave and divine freedom. WikiLeaks threatened the system, so it's a terrorist group.
But people of the world seem to generally approve of WikiLeaks' actions in spreading the truth.
They do? Well, then they're terrorists too. Dissenters are traitors, as history proves, and they always lose.
That's curious. Weren't some of our greatest heroes persecuted for this reason?
Who?
Mandela, Gandhi, Jesus. You idealist. Okay, now for another perspective.
It's been reported that WikiLeaks, your baby, has, in the last few years, has released more classified documents than the rest of the world's media combined. Can that possibly be true?
Yeah, can it possibly be true? It's a worry, isn't it? That the rest of the world's media is doing such a bad job that a little group of activists is able to release more of that type of information than the rest of the world press combined.
How does it work?
Stay firm. And open courtyard.
Getting as much true information into the world and keeping it there is the only useful way to get good human decisions and therefore good actions by human beings. We want a world that is more just. Why do I pick justice as the thing that we want? We could say that we want people to be happy and so on. Because justice is a feeling in human beings about how power should be administered, how power should be delegated, how wealth should be balanced. And I believe that this feeling is the most important balancing feeling in societies. So WikiLeaks is a number of things. It is a website, it is a functional technology, it is a part or associated to a philosophy that we have pushed. It is also a network of people who believe in something. So what has all this grouping done? Well, we have promoted a certain philosophy about what is important in the world. We have to provide an antidote, and the antidote for false speech is true speech. The antidote for false images is true images. And so that's what we try and do with our engagement with the press.
Line here. When the state line let me know when you gather. Or shoot. Light them all up.
202 traffic, 260.
Come on, fire. Hey, Roger. Keep shoot. Keep shoot.
Bushmaster 2-6. We need to move time now.
All right, we just engaged all 8 individuals. Yeah, we got 2 bursts. We're still firing. Roger. Got him.
6 is a 2-6. We'll move, but we got those.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I was on.
Bypass.
God damn it, Kyle. All right. I hit him. All right, you're clear.
All right, I'm just trying to find targets again.
Bushmaster 6, this is Bushmaster 2-6.
Got a bunch of bodies laying there.
All right, we got about 8 individuals.
Yeah, we got one guy crawling around down there, but yeah, we definitely got him out. Or shooting some more.
Transparency is for governments. Transparency is for organizations that are so large that they also effectively become part of the governing system. Privacy is for individuals. Transparency takes power from powerful organization and gives it to those who do not have power. Privacy protects individuals who do not have power from titanic organizations that do have power. So it's a requirement for any controversial organization to have people who can speak with authority about what the organization is doing. Otherwise, the message gets stolen by opportunists. So I do think it's made us stronger, and it's also made us weaker. It's made us stronger in the sense that people who are sympathetic to us go, well, okay, this guy Julian represents what they're doing, and he will stand for it, and he will fight for it. And so he must truly believe in the work that he says is valuable. And then when I am attacked as a representative of the organization, people can rally around a human figure that has been attacked, where it's much harder to sympathize at an emotional level with an entire organization. On the other hand, it allows people to make ad hominem attacks. So instead of attacking the truth of what we are saying, which is unattackable because it's completely true, they attack me personally as a way to try and contaminate the message of the organization. Presently, I'm under a type of high-tech house arrest. So that means I have a electronic device manacled to my ankle and 3 monitoring units around the house that monitor my position at all times. That's something that has been ordered by the UK state. The parts of that order is that I must attend the police station once per day, every day. I cannot leave between the hours of 10 p.m. at night and 8 a.m. in the morning. So that's the constraint that is applied by the state. The monitoring is done by an intelligence contractor called Serco, a private company that does a lot of this sort of stuff, but also runs parts of the prison.
Today to support Julian Assange.
We're here today to defend Julian Assange and Wikileaks.
Julian Assange is facing extradition to Sweden under the European arrest warrant. This warrant allows him to be taken from one jurisdiction to another without any charges being made.
The man is innocent until proven guilty.
Excellent, gentlemen.
Slowly, boys, coming back.
Watch it. You've got a crowd behind you. All right.
Thank you.
Back. Yeah, gentlemen, come on, spread a little bit.
I mean, the outcomes are indistinct in the sense that all the evidence hasn't been heard and the arguments haven't been advanced all yet. What we do know, however, is that a precedent of some kind could be established which would have some consequences for extradition cases in the future. But more importantly for Julian, the case could determine the adequacy of these laws which allow extradition without charge, which is an astonishing invasion of the civil liberties of anybody who goes before that court.
WikiLeaks is not a powerful organization. No government cares what WikiLeaks knows or thinks. What they care about is what the public knows and thinks. They are not trying to stop me, and they're not trying to stop us knowing things. They are trying to stop us to stop the public knowing things. It is the public as a whole that is a powerful organization, a powerful institution, a powerful grouping. And we are simply a point on this path. If we were a powerful organization, I would not be under house arrest.
$20 secure phones to assist in staying anonymous, $5,000. fighting legal cases across 5 countries. $1 million. Upkeep of servers in over 40 countries. $200,000. Donations lost due to banking blockade. $15 million. Added cost due to house arrest. $500,000. Watching the world change as a result of your work? Priceless. There are some people who don't like change. For everyone else, there's Wikileaks.
I believe we make our own destiny, and it is very important that we spend the time that we have on Earth well. What we have done is dependent on the power of the public to take this information that we collect and run with it and do something with it. Otherwise, all our activities are completely and utterly useless. There is a new worldwide youth movement springing up on the internet, that the apathetic youth on the internet is becoming politicized, and they are starting to feel their own power, and they want to reform the countries that they're in, and they are doing so.
Por un lado está la frustración de Wikileaks, que tiene una repercusión en Internet, incluso unas ciberacciones con el movimiento Anonymous, gente indignada con todo lo que se supo y con la poca reacción oficial a esas filtraciones.
I think that the politicization of the internet-connected youth is extremely optimistic. I think it's really the most significant thing that has happened since the 1960s, and that's also the view of the activists I know who were active during the 1960s. The favourite letter that I have received was from an old man in Paris who had been through the Second World War as a young soldier, and who said that it was his view that if only WikiLeaks had been around before World War II, then maybe it wouldn't have happened. Maybe we stop World War III. Now, in terms of what's happening in the Middle East, that is very hopeful. It's not over yet, though. It's still a very difficult situation in many of these countries. Even in Tunisia, there's still various power groupings circling around. They need to make sure the revolution isn't going to be betrayed. Also in Egypt. But it's not going to, there's no going back in Tunisia and Egypt. That is not possible. The question is, which way will it go forward? You know you are onto a new order. Precisely what that new order will be, we're not sure, and it needs to be carefully directed. But it is definitely a new order. It is a real revolution. Have in our hand material that can influence the outcomes of elections, that can influence the course of revolutions. Very, very important. That can save many, many lives by instituting a new government, or perhaps by stopping a war or discouraging wars that are not well thought. So that is a tremendous responsibility. But we understand that responsibility, and it's to some degree a burden, but it is also something that makes you feel your life keenly. And everyone should be in a position where they are feeling the responsibility of their life keenly, because we all only live one life.